Have you ever spent an entire day creating a video that you were confident would grab attention and go viral? You filmed it, edited it, picked the perfect music, carefully listened to every line, and poured your heart into it. Then you hit the publish button and waited anxiously, imagining it being widely shared, receiving tons of comments, and watching the views skyrocket. But then nothing happened. A day passed and the video only had 12 views, 5 of which were your own. At that moment, you feel very discouraged, as if there is a small thorn pricking your confidence. I've experienced that feeling too. I doubted myself and wondered, am I wasting my time on something futile? On several occasions, I even thought about giving up. But instead of quitting, I asked myself a different question. Rather than asking, why is no one watching my video, I started asking, how can I get YouTube to notice my video? Here's what I learned. YouTube isn't merely a random space. It's a massive system that operates on data, algorithms, and clear signals. You may have the most creative and amazing videos, but if they don't generate the right signals, YouTube won't know how to distribute them. That realization led me to take a deeper dive into YouTube Studio. At first, I was like many others. I would go into YouTube Studio just to check my views, subscriber count, and average watch time. But as I started exploring its different sections in more detail, I found I'd been ignoring important information. For instance, under my channel's settings, I discovered a feature eligibility section that required phone number verification to unlock tools like uploading long videos, enabling live streams, and creating custom thumbnails. These tools made my channel look more professional, and I realized if I wanted the algorithm to take me seriously, I needed to act professionally. Next, in the basic information section of my channel, I noticed that I hadn't added keywords related to my content. Without them, YouTube had no way to understand what kind of content I was producing or target my videos to the right audience. So, I started adding relevant keywords like content creation guide, building a YouTube channel, and secrets to increasing views, even including the names of prominent channels in the same niche. When YouTube recognizes your keywords as relevant to reputable content, your chances of being recommended increase significantly. However, these changes were just the starting point. I realized I still needed a structured support tool to streamline my process, and that's when I came across TubeMagic. At first, I was skeptical, thinking, how much can software really do? But once I started using it, it felt like someone had handed me a guiding light in the dark. TubeMagic addressed almost every problem I faced, from crafting compelling, SEO-friendly titles and writing effective descriptions to optimizing tags and generating trending content ideas. While the software doesn't do all the work for me, it helps me stay focused and efficient. Previously, I spent 90% of my time on video editing, effects, and audio, while treating the uploading process as an afterthought, often rushing through it haphazardly. Now, I dedicate most of my time to research and preparation, finding relevant keywords, analyzing my audience, and identifying why certain videos perform well. I no longer upload videos based on emotion or impulse, but based on well-thought-out strategies. Every title, thumbnail, description, and tag has a purpose and is optimized for maximum effectiveness. One important lesson I've learned is that when you're new on YouTube, the platform has no reason to recommend your videos. With no views, no interactions, and no historical data, it's up to you to actively send signals to the algorithm. These signals include keyword-rich titles, detailed descriptions, appropriate tags, visually engaging thumbnails with high click-through rates, long watch durations, and consistent uploads. This is the language YouTube's algorithm understands, and learning to speak it is crucial. TubeMagic has become an integral part of my video creation process. It's not a magic solution, but it significantly shortens the learning curve and allows me to focus on the creative aspects of my content. Small changes like transforming a vague emotional title into a specific, keyword-rich question can have a noticeable impact on views. Adding just a few targeted tags in a description can suddenly boost recommendations for older videos. None of this is coincidental. The key is knowing what to do and doing it right. I started studying how successful people make videos, not to copy them, but to learn from them. I paid close attention to how they began their videos, sometimes with a question, a problem, or a moment of curiosity. I analyzed the structure of their videos, the rhythm, and how they kept the audience engaged until the end. I learned how to write titles that were not only catchy but also accurate. I even paid attention to when they posted their videos. It was all meticulously planned. I realized that a successful video is not an accident. It is the result of thoughtful preparation. Every description is carefully optimized like an SEO-friendly blog post, not emotional, but polished to ensure the viewer stays engaged as long as possible. Even video links are deliberately planned to keep the audience within the content ecosystem. The most challenging lesson I learned was changing my mindset. I moved away from passively waiting for videos to go viral and adopted a proactive approach guiding the audience's behavior. One video leads to another, which ultimately encourages channel subscriptions. Subscriptions, in turn, create sustainable views. Every detail is carefully calculated. Tools like TubeMagic help me stay on track not by doing the work for me, but by keeping me organized, from crafting titles and descriptions to selecting the right tags. The more I applied these principles, the more I learned that even today's top content creators all started from zero. They had videos with just a handful of views and experienced moments of self-doubt. But instead of relying on luck, they kept learning, experimenting, making mistakes, and trying again. I have come to see this journey as a marathon. I no longer compare myself to channels with millions of views. Instead, I focus on whether I'm doing better today than I did yesterday. If today's video keeps the audience engaged longer or receives one more positive comment, that's a win. Incremental improvements, repeated over time, can lead to major breakthroughs. I remember one video I created, a simple one where I shared my experience in building a channel. I didn't expect much, but for this video, I applied everything I had learned: a keyword-rich title, an eye-catching thumbnail, a description filled with secondary keywords, and tags that aligned with the main topic. To my surprise, the video was recommended next to a popular one. Within a week, the views skyrocketed, accompanied by hundreds of new subscribers. That experience taught me something invaluable. Success wasn't luck, it was the result of proper optimization. From that moment on, I stopped seeing YouTube as a platform driven by randomness. Instead, I started viewing it as a system I could learn, understand, and control. Every view became the culmination of careful planning. I established a clear workflow from ideation and scripting to filming, optimization, publishing, and analyzing data post-upload. Each step of the process had a clear purpose, driven by intent, not emotions or blind hope. These concepts may seem obvious, but there's a significant gap between knowing and actually doing. Many people hear good advice yet continue doing the same thing, expecting different results. But that's not how change happens. If you want new results, you need to take new actions starting today. Open YouTube Studio. Review your channel's keywords, optimize your video descriptions, enable essential features, and utilize tools like TubeMagic. Even if all you have is a phone for filming, the most crucial element is having the right mindset and a clear strategy. If your old videos aren't performing, go back, optimize them, and watch how things change. When you feel discouraged, remember every successful creator was once in your shoes. They weren't born great, but became great by not giving up. They kept moving forward, making small, consistent improvements every single day. This journey is not easy. There will be times when you feel tired or alone. But remember, you don't need to reach 1 million subscribers overnight. Take small, not deliberate steps in the right direction, again and again, and you'll create magic. Today, I've built a small yet loyal community. They not only watch my videos, but also share them, interact, and support me. Every comment motivates me. Every additional view affirms my hard work. It all began when I stopped guessing and fully committed to optimization. And if you're watching this video, remember one thing: you can absolutely do it. You just have to start right now. Be the person the algorithm can't ignore, and one day you'll be the one who inspires others, just like I'm hoping to inspire you today.